Nick? Everyone's very quiet today. Are you guys still sleepy or busy carrying baju raya?
Hello, madam. Can you see me?
Yes, I can.
So, can I start? Or
Yes, you can.
okay. Yeah. So, hi, assalamualaikum, and a very good day to all of you. In few years, we're all gonna graduate university, and we're gonna get a job, and then we're gonna become a full-fledged adult. And then I believe that some of you guys gonna get off of your parent house. You're gonna own your own house. You want to get married and all of those kind of things. But I also believe that, some of you are excited about it because studying is not fun, right? But I also know that some of you guys are actually anxious about your future because what if I become a bankrupt in the future? What if I'm not able to get a job? What if I am drowned in debt? So there are a lot of things that you can be anxious about. But if your plan for the future is studying hard right now, getting a good GPA, and then hopefully get a job with a good salary, well, you have all the right in the world to be anxious about your future. Because in the concept of finance, it's never a good idea to put all the eggs in one basket. So if you do this and if you are planning to do this, your future is a risky one. Well, because of that, today I'm going to share with you guys a few tips on how you can feel a little less anxious about your future by doing these few things. So, here are the tips on how to prepare for adult life so you can survive in the real world. So, first one, you need to know what is the human need that you need to cater to in order for you to survive on your own as an adult. So you need food and water, shelter, and you have the clothing, and you also have the need to reproduce. So the first one, food and water. One pan of this buttermilk chicken, mashallah, can actually feed 4 people, and it only costs you around 10 ringgit. With the same amount of money, if you go to a restaurant, you're gonna get only one plate of buttermilk chicken with rice, which can only feed yourself for lunch. So it's really a matter of choice whether you want to spend that 10 ringgit to get a meal that can feed 4 people or 1%. So in order for you to cater for your needs, you can also learn how to cook right now. So in the future, you don't need to rely on 100% on money alone. And if you want to go for the extreme, you can breed animals and you can also learn how to cultivate vegetables at your land and other things, like Starbucks right now costs around 20 ringgit. So maybe in the future, if you want to drink a coffee, you can make it on your own by learning how to make coffee today. So the second one. Now, about shelter, I know it is a bit too much to ask someone to learn how to build the whole house, but think of it as maybe you can learn to do small chores around your house, like repairing a sliding door, or maybe your sink is damaged. So you can learn how to repair it now. So in the future, you don't have to call people. You see, at my house, we have this sliding door, right? So when I survey on the internet, what is the minimum quotation for me to repair that sliding door? And the quotation that I received is 280 ringgit. That's the minimum. So what I do instead is that I go to the hardware shop and buy the roller and fix it by myself, and it only costs me around 5 ringgit. So yeah, it's gonna save you a lot of money. Now, the next one, clothing. Now, the clothing is something that is essential, but you don't usually buy it too often. Maybe you buy it like once a year or twice a year. Maybe that's for men. But instead of maybe you can learn how to sew because you never know. It might pays off in the future. So instead of maybe send your baju raya clothing to the tailor, maybe you can tailor it yourself, and you can get the result instantly done. And the next point, you reproduce. With money, you can actually satisfy this need easily. I mean, you can get yourself a prostitute, you can get yourself a sugar mommy, sugar daddy, or you can be a sugar baby. So instead of relying on In other words, you can also, like how some men attracts more women when they have more money. Like instead of using money to actually attract the opposite partner, try to work on yourself and learn how to exercise from now on. So because maybe in the future you don't even need money to attract someone. And some of people might say that you shouldn't work out to look nice or to attract someone. You should work out because you want to look healthy. But that is totally basically the same thing for me, because when you look at animal from biology perspective, you can see that, like, animals also have preference on certain traits, like a female deer, like a male deer that have a bigger antler, because that indicates that the animal is healthy. So that is the same thing for us human. It's normal for us to like someone with a big bicep, or with a big chest, or with a nice figure, because that indicates that someone is healthy, and it is our instinct and in our gene to actually find partner who are healthy, to produce a better offspring for the survivability of our species. So what I want you guys to do now, after hearing all of these tips, is that I want you guys to take note on what you want to improve right now, so you can survive on your own in the future. And maybe you don't need to improve on all of them simultaneously. Maybe choose one and then work on it progressively. So maybe in the future you might think, whoa, I'm really glad and proud of myself that I you know, take the time to prepare to become an adult. And I'm really thankful to that random Nick, that guy. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, Nick. 6 minutes and 7 seconds. Sige lah, I dengar. Okay, so introduction looks good. I guess the structure is well put. Yeah, I like the explanation. The confidence looks really good. Yeah, and non-verbal communications are also effective. Yeah, thank you. Interesting topic.